Brothers,
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسوله الكريم. Ramadan is, alhamdulillah, going toward the end, and a lot of khatras are about Ramadan. So, two things we do in Ramadan. One, we fast, we stop eating. Everybody does. But second thing, which is the most important, is that we focus on learning Quran, listening Quran every day. We come and we stand and we listen. So today I like to talk about this second subject. Quran is one of the most amazing books in the history of human being. You know, when human being history goes millions of years, Stone Age, Bronze Age, Iron Age. But before Rasulullah, people didn't know how to write or read. It was not very common, very few, selective people, like in art. There was no books widely available. Paper has not been invented. The first verse of Quran revealed was Iqra, read. And Rasulullah didn't know how to read. So, since then, it became very common. All the Sahaba, companions, they start writing, learning to write, kids, teaching them. So it became kind of a tradition that in every Muslim household, first thing we teach our children how to read Quran, and how to write. Believe it or not, when I was a kid, I used to write alphabets on piece of wood. Paper was not there in my village, commonly available. Believe it, it's virtually, I have been for 5 years, 6 years, only word. Aleph, Be, Pe, Te. So, and imagine in my childhood, so go back 1500 years, how people used to learn to read and write. Only choice was some fabric or some word, and most of the places people were not very literate. Literacy rate was very low. But this opened learning Quran a totally whole new way of life. Like every masjid, there is a madrasa. Madrasa was invented, school was invented by Muslims. Before that, there is no history of universities or schools or college, formal education. People used to learn from individuals basis, but no formal education. And the first university was made in Baghdad, Darul Hikmah. Then later on in Egypt, Jamia al-Azhar. And then it spread all over the world. Now, entire world, we have universities in every town, every city. People, all the students go and study all the subjects. Imagine, without Islam, this would not have happened. And the Quran teaches a very unique way. I mean, I call it a book of science. It challenges you to think. يَتَفَكَّرُونَ. Tafakkur is the key. And it has hidden scientific, it challenges, like how the humans are born. That's first surah which was revealed, talks about how the humans are developed in the woman, And then later on, it talks about earth, moon, sun, rotation, forces, all four forces, whole science. And I think I mentioned in some of my previous khatra that algebra was invented by Al-Khwarizmi. He wrote a book, Kitab al-Jabr, that was the book. And he is the father of algebra. And also calculus was invented. So, an algorithm. These are the foundations of science and technology. Without algebra, you cannot imagine science. Without algorithm, you cannot, computer modern. Now we are talking about AI and all this modern education. So, Islam has a great contribution. It would not have happened, all this technology, all this modern, all this electricity. I mean, this bark. In Surah Baqarah, there is that somebody is walking and you can see only when work. So, and this thought, when people start thinking and developing, and now we are thinking, so when we see the lightning in the sky, we try to use it and produce power. Now everything runs in power. Now we see stars like sun, other stars, millions. Can we make a star on earth? You might laugh, but virtually we do make stars on earth. We are doing research that a tiny star-like object we make that will produce power for the future. So, it is the blessing of Islam, blessing of Quran that changed the whole world. So may Allah help us to learn Quran in our life. It's not just reading, that's the blessing by itself. Understanding how to, it's Arabic language. There are not too many Arabs here, but for non-Arabs, nowadays there are tools you can learn Arabic very quickly. And Alhamdulillah, I'm working on one of that and I start speaking with Arabs. Jazakumullah khair, may Allah help us to learn Quran, understand and get knowledge from it.